it is clear that that's who conservatives want in the White House. Okay, that's who they supported. They didn't give a damn about the 34 indictments. They didn't give a damn about 2 impeachments. They didn't give a damn about all the legal issues and the lawfare that the Democrats engaged in. They said, "Joe, that's who we want." This is the difference, and I said this to a lot of people, Bill. The conservatives said, "We want that guy. That's who we want," and the voters decided who the Republican nominee is going to be. When you look at the Democrats, they didn't do it with Obama. That's true. Okay.
Didn't do what?
They greased the skids. This is the person we want. It's her turn. It was Hillary's turn in 2016.
In today's video, Stephen A. Smith sits down with Bill Maher and lets it all out. And believe me when I say that nobody is receiving a participation award from this. The most inviolable myths in Hollywood are being set on fire. It's also about time. Do you believe that politics is the reason behind the industry's Trump meltdown? It is sheer ego, please. These so-called American moral compasses. Without consulting Siri, half of them couldn't locate Kansas on a map. Despite Trump's threat to democracy, they don't fear him. He is a huge blazing mirror of their own narcissism, which is why they dread him. The authentic T. Hollywood's preoccupation with progressive ideals is really a pretense to cover up pure self-interest. The fact that Trump is an outsider does not make them despise him, because he won't kiss the ring they believe they are. Wearing, they despise him. Let's be honest, the monster they are now feigning to flee was produced by Hollywood. Bill Maher, too. Oh, he's also not playing tricks. Prepare yourself for a conversation that will make many people uncomfortable. Press the play button. It's going to be hot.
Come on now. And then I'll never forget this. Bill, I swear to you, I love your show Real Time. I'm a huge fan. I watch it every chance I get. I have never.
No, real fans watch it every week. You watch it every chance you get. I'm just fucking with you.
Because I got multiple jobs. But here's the deal, Bill. But I TiVo it. I DVR it, rather.
TiVo.
That TiVo, DVR.
I'm going to send you a telegram about that.
You told myself. Here's the deal, man. I have never wanted to be on your show more than I wanted to be on your show when Biden announced that he was going to run for re-election. Because I'm like this, what y'all going to say now? This is some straight bullshit. You got a situation where you won the midterm. You denied, you halted on, you warded off the red wave. And you, knowing you're going to be 81 at election time, knowing you're going to be 82 in office, right? It wasn't the midterm. It was when the State of the Union address took place. And I saw these people. Remember, the liberals, so when you call yourself progressives.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're looking forward with a dude that's going to be 82 and would leave office when he's 86. Really, y'all? I'm sitting there like, you got to be shitting me. This is what you're talking about? And I'm like, I knew I wasn't voting for Trump. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But I was saying to myself, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? And then I looked at their bullpen. They had no one.
The Democratic Party will undoubtedly not appreciate the harsh realities that Bill Maher and Stephen A. Smith are revealing. They are drawing attention to the harsh reality. The Democrats are losing the moderates and independents. They need to stay in power because they have rushed into such extreme progressive territory. The party is too preoccupied with defunding the police, opening the borders, and squabbling over pronouns, while regular Americans are worrying about rent, groceries, gas prices, and basic safety. Maher lashes out at Democrats, accusing them of prioritizing symbolic woke points over practical solutions. Indeed, voters are taking notice. As a result, working-class families, swing state voters, and those who truly make election decisions feel completely abandoned. They're tired of being treated like second-class citizens and being called backward for having concerns about security and employment. Maher and Smith dissect it. Democrats will continue to lose support and give victories to Republicans until they realize that America is not a place that thrives on identity wars and hashtags. If you believed that 2025 would be a straightforward year, you were mistaken.
Right, Biden.
That's not Obama. Obama earned it.
No, that's what I said. He earned it. But in 26, and I'm not even trying to imply
they voted. Hillary ran in the primaries.
I'm not even trying to imply that but remember, they were complaining that Bernie Sanders had some momentum and was compromised by the Democratic Party because they were saying it was Hillary's turn. Bernie
Sanders, I love him, but he's too far left, and he would have been a bigger disaster than Kamala.
That's fine, but what I'm saying to you is still in all, Bill. What I would shoot, it's rare that I disagree with you. What I'm saying is the only thing I will push back on is that's fine. But that's for the voter to decide.
Right.
And a lot of times the Democratic Party seems as if they've got their claws in the mix. Take Biden, for example. Okay, so, Clyburn helps him get through South Carolina. He ultimately goes to the Democratic nomination. He's the Democratic nominee for the president. He ultimately wins the election. There was supposed to be a red wave in 2022 in the midterms. The Republicans didn't pull that off. And Biden is feeling himself and saying, I ain't going anywhere. I'm not going to. I told y'all I was going to be a transitional president. I told y'all I was going to be a one-term dude. I'm just here as a stopgap to pave the way for the future of the Democratic Party. And then all of a sudden, he in office taking that power.
He was a veritable John the Baptist. Just the guy who goes before.
Come on, bro.
Stephen A. Smith and Bill Maher are attacking the Democratic Party. To be honest, they're not incorrect. They are pointing out that the Democrats are alienating the very voters they need to win anything because they have become so mired in radical ideals and performative woke culture. The younger, more ardent liberal base is undoubtedly energized by some of the progressive content, but let's face it, the Democrats appear completely out of touch to the common American who is struggling to survive an immigration crisis and inflation-related crime. Smith notes that even when Democrats believe they are being inclusive, they end up coming across as patronizing, and nothing irritates moderates more than being treated as though they are the issue. Maher is also blunt. The party has no self-awareness, he claims. They emphasize the same woke talking points that make them sound more like an activist group than a political party prepared to govern, rather than paying attention to the actual concerns of the electorate. Bottom line, many swing voters, even some devoted Democrats, believe that the Republicans are the only ones using common sense at the moment. The Democrats are essentially handing over the next elections if they don't quickly address this huge disparity.
No one that could compete with Donald Trump.
Well, not on a charisma level.
Fair. Okay, fair enough. No, but charisma is what gets you votes, bro.
Absolutely. And I've said it a million times, insanity photographs.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. I mean, it's charismatic. But I have so many things that I must contend here with.
Sure.
One, you're an ageist. There are people who are completely crackling right at 82. So it's always a case. It's always a case by case basis.
Right? Yeah. Nancy Pelosi don't have the problems that Biden have. I'm very supportive of in terms of Nancy Pelosi, in terms of how sharp she is. I'm not. I don't believe I'm an ageist.
Nancy Pelosi has lost a step in public, also, to be perfectly honest. But the job is never what you do in public. The job is done in the Oval Office.
Okay.
All you have to do is I never thought Biden couldn't do the job. The job is actually sitting in the Oval Office, making decisions. He's not crazy. He hasn't lost his mind. He's not senile. He just can't do the public part. He never could do it well. And add the age thing, and you're going to get things like, I killed Medicare, or whatever the fuck he said. By the way, Trump, no one has been harder on Trump or more against Trump, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to establish my credentials. But he does do things once in a while that either make me genuinely laugh or make me genuinely go, oh, that's good.
Yes.
Like when he said in that debate, he had a moment where he went, I don't know what he said.
Exactly.
And I don't think
right there.
And I don't think he
knows what he said. I mean, we crack it up.
That's what people love about him.
Yes.
It's like he's crazy, but crazy people don't have the time to pretend about
by claiming that woke culture has gone so out of hand that it is actually pushing moderates and even some long-standing liberals towards conservatism. Bill Maher is taking aim at the core. Yes, you heard that correctly. Trump's base expands as the left continues to push for radical progressive overreach. There isn't a better recruitment ad for MAGA than this one. Maher and Stephen A. Smith both take a strong stance against cancel culture, characterizing it as a murderer of free speech. They are discussing how a single negative tweet or incorrect viewpoint may destroy a person, and how social blacklisting of that nature harms more than just individuals. Ordinary people become afraid to interact. with progressive ideas at all because of it. The actual kicker is right here. This isn't a rambling tirade. They delve deeply into how politics, society, and individual aspirations are all interacting, and how Trump, whether you like him or not, is the result of a left that is unwilling to examine itself. You don't want to miss this one, I promise. Press the like button, click subscribe, and let's continue these discussions. Thank you for viewing.